Can we hear me? Can we hear me?
Let me go check.
Can we hear me?
Yes, they can.
All right. We are back. Wait, sorry about that. We had to switch over the microphone from the PC over to the PS4. Speaking of which, guys, thank you guys to everyone who came on to watch the PC stream. I know it was short, and I know it was a little laggy and choppy, but it's all to practice because I'm trying to get things fixed so that eventually I can stream on PC and show you all the fun I can have there. Until then, though, we do know, after some experimentation, that I can record game footage on my PC, so I will be able to use PC for recording footage, at the very least, even if I can't stream with it yet. So, it is all a process. And yes, someone mentioned this in the chat. Truly, I tell you this. I had no idea that the same day I released the Daubeny video, they would bring back the Daubeny event. I had no idea. God was just on my side in this instance, okay? I kid you not. I did not plan this. That was not something I was expecting. Please know, I was not expecting that. But it's awesome all the same.
You know who was expecting it?
Who?
Daubeny.
Daubeny was expecting it. 'Cause that is how it is done, you see! Anyway. Oh yeah, I need to make you moderator, don't I? Let me go ahead and do that, bro. Because that's how we do. This is how we do.
Happy to see this live. We're happy to have you.
Type something in, bro, so that I can make you a moderator.
Am I not already? I have a little thing right
Oh, well then you're good then. Hey, I almost have already done it before.
now. Check. Yep, still see.
There you go.
Divine Providence, the serpent gives you a sign. Jormungandr shall now demolish again. Well, ever consider that maybe Jormungandr would like to use the hammers for construction instead?
Also, take a look at my Griffin's new drip. Look at this. I have redesigned Griffin based on someone that I was playing with in a match a few days ago. He had the most awesome drip. I just wish I'd gotten the mask outfit he did. It was that one with the helmet and the antlers, like the Chimera thing. I wanted that for this, but no, I couldn't get it. But just look at this drip. Look at my boy. And it's actually one of the easiest to make because it really doesn't require much. You just need the rogue and rogue alternative armor sets. You need a certain embracing pattern for the front and back. No cape, believe it or not. You don't use a cape for this one. And you can either use silver or just regular steel material. So as long as you have one of those two, it'll work. And it really doesn't matter what kind of Bardiche setup you have. I choose this one because it matches color scheme-wise. But it really doesn't matter. And as long as you have this, it looks pretty epic. Not even going to lie.
And someone asked, Raven last year, when was Griffin released?
Griffin was released December 10th of last year. I was actually talking to my brother about this earlier because we were speculating when the new hero will be released for the coming season. If they keep to their pattern, then what's going to happen is the new season is going to release. They're going to wait a few weeks, and then about halfway through the season, they're going to release they're going to release the second samurai hero. If they keep to their pattern, which we don't know they will. I assume they will. Now, Griffin was released on December 10th, but we've got a problem here because December 10th is not a Thursday, and it's really not that far away. It's only a few weeks away. So, and since we just ended the season today for Honor, we've got about 2 weeks, I believe, of off season before they bring up the next season, or 3 weeks. I can't remember how long the off season is. It's one of the two. So that means that by the time December 10th, or December 9th in this case, hits, we won't be long into the new season. So I'm thinking it will release probably December 23rd or something. That's my best guess. I'm going to guess 23rd, maybe January. We may not get the new hero until January, but we may get a hint of who the new hero is earlier than that.
How likely will we see any leaks?
Oh, I'm sure we will get some kind of hint. Because remember that when Kyoshin's season started, the very opening of the season showed a silhouette of Kyoshin. So that was kind of a hint. And so I'm expecting something similar here. Some kind of winter warrior that's going to be based off of the Onabu which is ironic because that's what Nobushi's based off of.
I wonder if they'll base them off of the Iko Ike.
They might. I don't know. I have no idea what they're going to do. I can't wait to see. Genuinely, I'm very curious what's going to come next. Ah, hello, Kyoshin. We were just talking about you. Oh, Nusha! You made him suffer for his heresy. No, Jean-June. No, step
Out of
off.
curiosity, what were you going to say about the Hunchback of Notre Dame before?
Yes. I thank you for reminding me. I totally forgot. Oh, crap. Crap.
Put that wall there.
Yeah, that's a terrible place for a wall. I'm backing up. Okay.
What a lousy place for a wall.
Okay, I'm going to stand here for a minute and heal up. Okay, so, Hunchback of Notre Dame. True story. When Hunchback of Notre Dame released, it was not what everyone wanted to see. Because keep in mind, it came out just after Pocahontas released. And a lot of people panned Pocahontas as a pretty bad Disney movie. Sure, the animation was fine. And sure, the acting and characterization wasn't terrible. But it was just another... love the environment, white savior, or whatever name.
Not even really a white savior.
Not even that, but it just...
It was just, man bad, nature
What the
good.
hell happened?
You got him wet and fed him after midnight. Jean-June, Nobushi's long-lost father. Well, the Guandao and Naginata are very similar.
Ah, no, you don't. Oh, I hate when they do that. That last one, light out of stamina. Anyway, back to the point. Okay, so after Pocahontas released, they were kind of wanting Disney to do something grand again, and they released The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and people immediately got worried because they're like, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, the Victor Hugo book that was very controversial and kind of heavy with the gore and the, rape and the murder. Are you sure this is what you want to touch, Disney? And when they watch it, I think they just came in with bad expectations, like saying, hold on, let me focus on these assholes.
So Kyoshin, we made it again. Only this time.
Oh, Kyoshin. Oh, Kyoshin.
Black Crier just like, nah, fam.
As we were saying. But I love it. Even though it isn't faithful to the original Victor Hugo story, and it isn't. Like, I guarantee...
I like it more than the original.
Yeah, same here. I like it more than the Victor Hugo story. Victor Hugo and me don't get along. He and I have a lot of problems.
Well, let's see. Hunchback of Notre Dame was for the Disney version, and then there's the miserable ones, or Les Miserables, which
Tale of Two Cities of Charles Dickens.
Yeah, which, oh gosh, I hated that.
I'm forgetting the other Victor Hugo book I know that I absolutely despise. But Victor Hugo, usually if he writes it, I don't like it. And it's not because he's a bad writer, far from it. He's actually a very gifted writer. It's... Hold on, deal with JJ.
Let's see, he did The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Miserable Ones, The Man Who Laughs, The Toilers of the Sea.
Toilers of the Sea, that's it. Toilers of the Sea.
I will give Victor Hugo this. He's really nice dude.
Well, the problem is, I often feel he's a little pretentious.
What? Pretentious? No.
I know. Calling an author pretentious, like, what a shocker. But anyway, as for the Disney movie itself, I loved it. The passion that I felt from it, the sheer energy of every character. Quasimodo himself just gave so much to the performance. I absolutely loved it. I loved the comic relief characters. I admit the Gargoyles annoyed me, and I wish that they'd gone a different direction with them, and I'll explain what I mean. I always thought when I was watching the movie that hold on. Oh crap, I missed.
Not that time.
Dodge that one. He's a dodge happy. He likes to dodge.
She is an assassin, what do you expect?
You lost Zone A.
He's trying to build revenge. And he just did. Pull back. Heal up. Oh, I almost had him.
Judge Frollo is the best Disney villain. Convince me otherwise.
I'm gonna argue that one later. But anyway, back to my point. Everything about it I really, really enjoyed. Now, back to the Gargoyles. The only issue I had with the Gargoyles was I wanted them to just be in Quasimodo's head. Like, he's been alone so long, he imagines them talking and speaking, and he applies personalities to them that they don't actually have. That, to me, would have been way more interesting. No. Crap. Oh, good job, Tom. News ship. So I actually, I wanted that, but then in the end, in the climax fight, they're actually fighting, they're attacking the bad guys. I was kind of like, I didn't like that. But everything else I loved. The songs were phenomenal. It's one of those things where in a lot of Disney movies, there are times where I kind of go, this song really doesn't fit. Like, I feel like the song was forced. But every song in there I thought was so fitting. Except for maybe the Gargoyle song about a guy like you. That one was the only song where I was kind of like, eh. But the operatic moments, like the Bells of Notre Dame, that song still gives me shivers.
You can lie to yourself and your minions, and you may not even have a care, but you cannot lie before the eyes of Notre Dame. Awesome
yes,
lyricism.
that is some excellent lyricism. It's a testament to good lyric writing. No, stop that, Sondheim.
And also Judge Frollo having the biggest overreaction to a boner in history.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Still better than the book.
I mean, I just think it's so funny. Like, I will burn this whole city down to get this woman.
So people debate who's the best Disney villain, but Hellfire is the best Disney villain song.
Yes, I will give you that. Hellfire, I think, is the best Disney villain song. So powerful. It's so well done. I love that one. I love that one. As for the best Disney villain, that's a tough one. Because I know a lot of people are going to point to different characters and make a good explanation. For me, though, that's so hard. There's such good villains out there. And such trash ones.
I think probably the scariest Disney villain is probably Disney's legal team.
Yes, this is true.
Sono says, hey bro, thanks for making my griffin, man.
Yeah, your griffin was drip, dude. I wish I were doing better with him, but I keep getting ganked by these two.
Alas, drip cannot save us.
Drip is not enough for this battle.
To quote the Patriot, if I die, I will die well dressed.
Yes. But yeah, the best Disney villain, I don't know. Hades is one of my favorites. It's hard to top.
He's the
Hades.
funniest by far.
He's easily the funniest. His motivation is pretty shallow, but he's such a good one. Scar is good. I love Scar. Jeremy Irons brings such a good performance to that.
And Jim Cummings.
But he just did the music.
Yeah, that's only because Jeremy Irons' voice came out.
Oh, can I just say that Ursula always kind of like surprised me with how much I enjoyed her.
Disney villains versus Pixar villains. I consider Pixar under the umbrella of Disney. So. Honestly, if the best Pixar villain, that would probably be Syndrome.
Syndrome was pretty good.
I think there was some good commentary on Syndrome.
Oh, you done messed up.
I do love the line, when everyone's super, no one will be.
It's a catchy line, but it rings true. Oh, you got outplayed, son. You got outplayed, son. That's how it is.
Pull the lever, cronk, cronk, yeah.
Pull the lever, cronk, cronk, lever. All right, I got a message from Labaj and Maul wanting to join. I will pull out and get them in.
If our connection lets Maul join.
If it lets them, because I'm sorry, Maul. For some reason, we just can't get you on.
Our modem does not like you for some reason. We love you, man.
Our modem is so racist. I can't believe
that. I want to call up our internet provider. Our modem is racist, man. We won't be letting people on based on this. We got a racist modem.
Ow! I hit my own leg, dang it. Oh, I hate myself.
Hit the other leg, at least the one that's not broken, so you can at least even it out.
Okay, I'm inviting both of y'all to the group.
Yeah, the Court of Miracles song is really good.
The Court of Miracles is pretty catchy. I like that one. What are some other good songs? Okay, you know, I like I like a lot of the Moana songs. Like, I like
Jonathan Young covering the Moana song.
Jonathan Young covering a Disney song is just...
Speaking of covering a Disney song, if you really like Hellfire, I recommend that you go up and look up the Latin version of it. There's a guy that sings it in ecclesiastical Latin. It's really good.
Okay, K-Sword, you're joining too, but then after you and Maul, that's it. Like,
well, you can't fit anybody after 3.
Yeah. I hate when this happens, because there are times where it's like we got to take a break from the gaming just to get people in. I hate that.
Yeah, wow.
And it looks like it's not letting Maul in again. Maul, please tell me it's not doing this to you again. I don't understand this.
Come on, minute, man.
I'm trying to get you in, I swear.
The best villains are the ones that aren't remade into live actions. It's true.
Yeah. Check and see what Maul says if he posts anything.
Favorite Disney villain is Emperor Palpatine. Yeah, I don't consider that.
I don't count Palpatine. I mean, I know that Disney bought Star Wars, but I don't count Star Wars. When I think Disney villain, I think the animated movies. Like, not Star Wars or Marvel or anything like that.
Yeah. Best villain, Darth Vader. He's
Raven! Raven, Maul is just restarting his app. Wait for him.
Okay, we'll give him a bit more time, but then after that we do need to get into this. I've got a group watching. Anyway, but yeah, but Disney, I could talk Disney all night. Disney and I grew up together.
Can you not hear us?
Can you not hear me?
Did you hear me, Raven?
It's not letting K-Sword join. Okay, so K-Sword is unable to join. Let's see if Maul can join. 1 second.
Let's see. I really love the contrast between fanatic and versus modest religion, Frollo versus the Archdeacon. Well, you have the fanatic on one hand, and you have the one that's actually...
No, I can't hear you.
Alright, hold on. Sorry guys, this is why I don't like playing with other people on the stream, because this is what happens.
I don't know, it's just, once again, our modem is racist.
Well, it's not that, it's just... Invited all 3 of y'all to a group, and let's see if y'all can join the group at least. Now, back in. Can you hear me now, Labaj? Once you join the group, will you be able to hear me? Labaj, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Labaj?
I'm going to take that as a no.
Well, I can't hear him, so... See, this is it. This is why whenever people say, "Hey, can we join?" I'm like, "No."
Not that we don't love you. It's technical.
It's not that I don't love you. It's because we got technical issues out the wazoo here.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Okay, good.
All right, we can hear Labaj now. Okay, let's try K-Sword again, and let's try. And we'll...
I just restarted my PS4, so give me a second.
Alright, gonna turn off the live.
Turn on my PS4, sorry, my game.
So you're restarting your PS4. Okay, holy.
No, my game.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't wait much longer, guys, because we've been sitting here for a while.
The game will let me in.
Ask more stuff about Disney so that we can buy time. Good Lord.
Okay.
What Disney especially are you talking?
We're talking animated movies right now. I'm not in the
Like classical Disney.
like we're talking classic Disney.
Well, if you want to talk about that, we can talk about all the sexual endos in the movies.
No, I'm not doing that. That could make YouTube very upset.
Raven, how do you feel about the Transformers movies?
Oh, I never really cared for the Transformers movies. The first one was okay, but I never got into them. The rest were just they just looked like Michael Bay movies to me.
Mal says he can't get on.
All right, Mal, I'm sorry about that, brother. K-Sword, let's see if you can get on.
Sorry, Maul.
Sorry about that, Maul. I'll play with you sometime solo when I'm not streaming and see if that makes any difference.
Because we do need to check and see if it...
Yeah, I can't really. It never seems to work whenever people invite me.
It is weird. I think both of our internets just hate each other. It's weird.
I wonder if Maul, options of his console forbids him to join or something. Well, he joined me.
I have a similar thing, yeah. I can't seem to join many people. Half time it works, half it doesn't.
Yeah.
I cannot explain it.
All right, ready when you are, Rave.
All right, then let's go ahead and go into it.
See if I can join you guys in a rant.
But now all the audio on my thing is gone. That's what sucks.
That'll be very weird if you can join as a team against us. It's like, oh, so
Well, if
They
they
can
click
in
at
a
the
cut-
same time,
In a custom match.
they can.
I've gotten him in a match before, so.
Yeah. Well, Raven, remember, first time I met you, I literally barged in the map by clicking at the same time as you.
Yes, I remember that.
I'm playing Armusa One City.
What's chat saying, bro?
I might lower my mic.
You watch No Way
Not
Home.
somebody with a Raven.
No, I will not watch No Way Home. I have
I'll
no.
probably give it a watch.
I have very little interest in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I want to see it just because they have the old Spider-Man villain showing up.
Well, yeah, but
Which one?
I'm most excited to see Doc Ock. That's the one
I just have no interest. The Marvel Cinematic Universe just does nothing for me anymore.
POV is 3 a.m.
Are you like more DC or something?
I'm more of DC fan, but Marvel has just gone so downhill.
He kind of lost interest after Endgame. He just he kind of it's done for me.
Agree.
I just do not like that stuff. I don't care for what Marvel's doing. I don't care for Marvel.
Speaking of which, we got a Deadpool against us.
Oh yeah, it looks like there's a Deadpool fan, possibly a Punisher fan, possibly.
Punisher. That looks more like a Red X thing.
It's Havoc. Havoc is playing on the console.
Let's see. Let's go Gladiator since I have to make Gladiator footage anyway.
Raven, out of all the heroes in the game, who do you think will be the best cook?
How the hell should I know that?
I would say Shaman. She eats a lot.
I wouldn't trust Shaman in the kitchen.
I wouldn't trust Shugoki either because he probably knows more than the average bear because he clearly eats well.
I'm gonna give it to maybe Nobushi because as a samurai wife or maiden, she would have to have some degree of training in culinary skills.
I'm gonna give it to Zanhu, considering he's Principity for Fire. He probably has some really righteous barbecue.
Okay, I can get behind that. Or Zhang Jun because grandpas cook up the best.
Yeah.
Oh, meat. I got danger. Yes. Let me cook the enemies.
What else we got in chat?
Oh no.
Shugoki, there's no way he isn't the best cook.
No, you see, y'all are misunderstanding. Being able to eat everything at the table doesn't mean you're the best cook at the table.
True.
I mean, that was what the whole TV show Chowder was about.
It's been a long time since I've heard Chowder.
Well, Chowder was this show about this kid who wanted to learn to be a great chef, but he sucked at being a chef. He just wanted to eat everything.
Yeah.
That was the whole joke of the show. Like, it was basically SpongeBob, only a lot less colorful.
How do you feel about Clone Wars?
Clone Wars is awesome.
Clone Wars is good.
Clone Wars is objectively awesome, and it is what saved the prequel trilogy for a lot of people.
Then they released Rebels.
But I'm a bit sad that in Clone Wars and the actual prequel, if you look at the animated 2002, I think, General Grievous was an actual monster, and in the actual show, it's nerfed.
In Clone Wars, yeah, they make Grievous to basically be a joke because he very rarely beats anyone without underhanded tactics, and even then, he usually fails tremendously.
Yeah,
that was a sin, but I just liked following the series. It was very creative.
It did a lot right. And let's see.
What do we got, bro?
See, Devil Dog's asking, he's trying to put a magic system in his fantasy world he's crafting, but he's having trouble creating a magic system, and he's wondering if you have any advice.
That's a very heavy question. I need to do a whole video talking about how to craft magic systems in fantasy settings. There's no advice I can give right now that would make a lot of sense.
The thing is, there's different categories of magic systems, hard and soft magic systems.
Shoot. Dang it. I got ganked by a PK and a Highlander. How was I supposed to win that one? Anyway, yeah, when crafting a magic system, the question you have to ask is,
Might be dead.
do you want a hard magic system or a soft magic system? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And that requires some thought. If it's hard magic, then you have to craft the rules of the universe in which the magic would work. If it's soft magic system, then you need to integrate how the world will function with magic not being a major role and how people will use magic in this world. Who uses magic? How is it determined who uses magic? What is the amount of things that magic can do? Like, I've seen people who just use magic. No, you don't get to do that. Oh, very clever.
I can't join you on either side.
How you guys doing this match? I just finished the whole match.
Well, Raven rant about China for the sake of not getting demonetized.
Yeah, I'm not going to rant about China in this stream.
Fine, we'll talk about the Tang Dynasty, Dag Nabbit. I'm kidding.
I'm not going to talk about China unless it's in a fictional Disney setting like Mulan, you know, like.
You mean the concentration camps that we saw in the...
No, shut up. There was objectively nothing wrong with the live action Disney.
Your social credit score is dropping as we speak. Why don't they call the war in Toronto a world war? Licensing rights? I don't know.
Because at the time, because the term World War was not created until well after any point when these guys would still be around.
Also, because when you say World War, automatically your mind goes to, the actual World Wars.
Oh, I might be dead. We get another Raven clutch today.
I doubt that. I'm not playing the right character for a Raven clutch. Oh, God. No.
Oh,
the clutch!
Is just shaking your head in disappointment.
I need backup fast.
Everybody run for it to help Raven.
Yep. That was bound to happen.
I'm sorry.
I had no room to maneuver. Gladiator's a maneuvering hero. He needs to be able to move around to be effective, and I was just pushed into a corner. So I was going to die. It was just a matter of when.
All coalition.
Besides, I find that assassins are not the best in terms of anti-gank.
Definitely.
You want either a heavy or a really good vanguard. Like Tiandi can do it pretty well. Zhang Jun can do it pretty well. Jormungandr can do it pretty well. Black Prior can do it pretty well.
That's because Tiandi has all the
fucked up
of being a assassin, but none of the cons.
Right.
Lorath says, Raven, I request a hug.
Why?
Your hug is noted. However, we are on back order over here, as you know. Supply lines have been messed up, but we will look into your refilling your orders momentarily.
Oh wow, this PK does not like me. Oh my. I get it. You don't like me.
Oh, I'm actually gonna help.
Dang. Okay, I get the feeling that PK did not like me very much. He got very salty. Yeah, we probably lost this one. But
Lorthar sips tea. The wait will be.
No!
Hey Raven, who do you fight for, Horkos or Chimera?
I lean more towards Chimera, just because Horkos is just edgy for edginess sake. They have no ideal.
Woo!
Horkos is essentially I edgy, appreciate me for it.
Thanks, Highlander.
Wait, did we... Oh, come on, guys. Use your heads. Why did we drop all of the drawbridges?
I think some of them might have not.
No.
Oh, earlier when they asked about the Transformers movie, they were asking about the 1986 movie.
The 1986 movie? I don't know.
Like from the original Transformers.
Oh, I never saw that.
All we know is that apparently Optimus Prime died for our sins, apparently.
Yeah, that was a nostalgia critic joke, I think. I don't know anything about it, so sorry.
Okay, here's a question.
Ah!
Since we were
I
on
did
the
what I
topic
could
of
have
Star
made.
Wars earlier, which would you rather be, a Force user or a Mandalorian?
I believe in you, Raven.
Wow, okay. Thanks!
I smell salt.
Yeah, these guys got real salty. Like, I'm noticing a trend here. Good fight, good fight! They've started chat spamming, so I'm detecting a very large amount of salt coming from them.
We Chimera, have genuine reasons to fight. Yeah, that's kind of...
Well, the thing is, both factions are not interesting to me. Horkos is just stereotypical mustache-twirling bad guy. That's the only reason anyone likes them, because they're edgy. Ooh, edgy. They're so edgy. They're not just mustache-twirling villains. They're interesting. They're edgy, and we like edginess. So I'm like...
I'm dead.
There's nothing engaging about them. There's nothing interesting about them. They're just edginess. They're edgy to be edgy, and that's not interesting.
Okay, so, hey Raven, 2 questions for you. I just started watching My Hero Academia. I noticed you referenced it a few times. So what's your opinion?
Come on, Islander.
I like it.
Alright.
Clean that zone. Good to see you, Islander. Come on.
Yeah, come on, guys. Keep ganking me, you cowards. Actually fight me one-on-one or two-on-one.
Oh,
Be
no.
real men. See, I love that. You know that they got real. You know that they got salty because they switched from fighting maybe 2-on-1 or 1-on-1 to all 4 gank up on one person.
It looked like the opening scene of The Hobbit, where, like, the movie where they, like, have those dwarves, like, beating that ore, like, and, like, a...
Yes. Oh.
But yeah, also, what is your top 3 leaders and commanders of Japan? I'm guessing that's a My Hero reference? I'm not sure.
What?
I hear a lot of on my glass.
Brother Lorcar, if you could, clarify your last question there.
Well, I mean, I keep getting asked questions, but none of them correlate to each other. So it's kind of like, what?
Okay, Raven, I got one for you. You're trapped in a room with a Centurion, a Lawbringer, and a Shigoki, and you're told 2 of you can escape. Who do you team up with? Also, you have Warden's armor and weapons, so you're a Warden.
Oh, we got a Domini, fine.
I team up with Centurion.
Yeah, go with Big Papa?
I team up with Centurion.
Centura Bear, alright. Sad Lawbringer noises.
I mean, I like Lawbringer fine, don't get me wrong, but Centurion's gonna punch his lights out. And I like Shugoki fine, but he's gonna eat all my food. And I need to preserve food. A Centurion has the ability to restart society for Rome. And we need Roman society right now.
Hey Raven, who do you think Black Prior is based on? We actually have a video about that.
Yes, we do. Now, after that fight, I think I need to repay their Highlander toxicity in kind with my own Highlander.
Do I take Highlander too, or?
You can do who you want. I'm just saying I'm probably gonna go Highlander.
For the Chimera Banquet.
Well, I'm gonna do Highlander. For the grab is the backward square, right? When you're in the hold mode.
Yeah, that's his grab. Yeah.
Hey Raven, I already had that one. Are you a cat or a dog person?
I like dogs, but I had a cat for a brief time.
And by that he means he found a kitten and basically took care of it.
Yeah, essentially. But I like both, but I've owned more dogs than I have cats.
Come on, Warmonger. Come on, Warmonger. Give it to us. Full war. Come on.
We gotta get 4 Highlanders going here. Come
or at least
on.
bring some bagpipes.
Come on. Go
Come
Highlander.
on.
They're just like the one character I haven't bought, man. It's like they're English and they just refuse to play Highlander. Like I'm not giving the Scots a day.
Ah!
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't go Highlander. Oh well.
Wait, she's not playing healing with corruption. The heck is that heresy?
What is her setup? She's got arrow strikes? No. No, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. What's
I
chat
mean, even
saying,
the other one that reduced damage would have been better.
Yeah.
Oh, Brother Lorcath explained his question. He was talking about actual daimyos throughout history. Are there any that you respect?
Oda Nobunaga. I have a great amount of respect for him. Tokugawa Ieyasu. Great amount of respect for him. Let's see.
There's
Actually,
Tachibana,
I have a
Tachibana
question.
Genchio. I respect her. Tachibana Genchio. I respect her.
oh no, there's another one.
Yeah, those would be the three off the top of my head that I have a great deal of respect for.
Raven, you know the end boss that you see at the beginning of Ghost of Tsushima? Is it like a Janjun mixed with the Tiani with a shield or something?
No, he's just a Zhang Jun. Like in the boss in the beginning of Ghost of Tsushima is the main bad guy, and he's using he's basically just a Zhang Jun, essentially, or at least he acts like one.
If they ever nerf, just put him on a diet. Or is the diet the nerf?
All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna go up to zone A. Hitakiri's there waiting.
Alright, I'm gonna go clear B. Oh shoot, no, he's gonna get ganked.
Good guard break. How did he get his stamina back so quick? How did he get he was out of stamina. How did he get it back so quick? There's no way he already has a stamina recharge feat. There's no way. How did he get his stamina back so quick? Someone explain that to me. How did he get his stamina back? You saw that. He was out of stamina. He did a parry, and then almost immediately he got his stamina back.
There is an advantage that grants you that.
I don't. No.
The I-ting, when you the aptitude, like I-ting, and when you put your stuff on, there is something that when you parry or block, you get more stamina.
If parry, block, or counter guard break, you get 20% of your stamina back.
Well,
Okay.
Can't believe I got the PK with my zone. Okay.
what the hell? I keep getting real close to this Hitakiri, and then he ends up pulling it out. I'm getting very frustrated here.
Oh, I forgot there was a Hito.
Yeah, he's just kind of standing
I'm
there.
gonna try to get the Hito.
Menacingly.
Well, go ahead and try to take him. You might have better luck than me. I'm not doing well.
Ah, should have did it.
Okay, Raven. So you remember? I remember you discussing a phrase about the unification of Japan, and for Tokugawa,
Ow.
you said he waits for the songbirds to sing.
Oh my
That-
god! She turned to freaking hyper armor and all as soon as I was beating her. Like heavy, like. Oh, that's a log.
Who put that log there?
Believe you.
Yes!
There we go.
Let's go.
Finally got some payback. Alright, anyway, so the question was about the phrase. There were to describe the three great unifiers of Japan. It was, if the songbird doesn't sing, for Oda Nobunaga, if the songbird doesn't sing, kill it. That's because Oda Nobunaga's basic way of dealing with his with people who didn't kneel to him or didn't give him what he wanted, he just basically wrecked them. He destroyed them. He killed them. He wiped them out. He was very ruthless. He was a warrior. He was going to destroy. He was going to destroy you and take what he wanted.
Oh wow.
And then you have Thank you.
Your donation to the revenge pool is greatly appreciated.
Well, now he's just hiding from me until my revenge runs out. Classic little coward you are. Yeah, I love that though. Hide behind the log, holy shit! Anyway.
Do people still speak Gaelic?
Anyway, as I was saying, let me answer one question at a time. Holy crap.
Back to the phrase.
Okay, so that was because Oda Nobunaga was ruthless. The second one was for Toyotomi Hideyoshi. If the songbird doesn't sing, negotiate with it or bribe it.
Got you, Raven.
Thank you. Or bribe it. That's because Toyotomi Hideyoshi was a negotiator. He wanted to always try to bribe people, get the best deal he could, work out a contract. He wasn't so much a warrior as he was a diplomat. He was very good at negotiation and getting things he wanted through that means. For Tokugawa Ieyasu, if the songbird doesn't sing, wait for it. Because Tokugawa Ieyasu was very patient. He knew how to wait things out and wait for the right opportune moment to make his move. That's why when Toyotomi Hideyoshi took over, even though he had problems with Hideyoshi being the leader of Japan or being the regent, he didn't act openly against him. He just said, no, let him have it. I'll wait for my moment. I'll wait for my time. And he did. And he waited a long time, but eventually he did become shogun, as he predicted he would. So that's one of those are the three phrases about the three unifiers, and about the different ways that they dealt with their problems. For Oda, kill it, wipe it out. For Toyotomi Hideyoshi, bribe it or negotiate with it. For Tokugawa Ieyasu, wait for it, give it time. So that is the difference. Now you know. Okay, now I can answer another question. It's hard for me to answer all these questions.
Yeah, they were asking if Gaelic was still spoken, and there's multiple different versions. Like there's Scotch Gaelic, there's like 3 different Irish Gaelics, or the equivalent of it, and they're not as spoken as commonly as you might guess, because
let's go
has become so predominant.
Well, I only got 1 kill this match. I feel really bad about that, so I'm gonna just play my bagpipe and be done with it,
as a true Scotsman would do. But yes, Tokugawa was big brain.
Well, Tokugawa was easily the most successful of the 3. He never lost a battle. Was very meticulous. Was patient enough to wait for the other 2 to pass. Was wise enough to know that his alliance with Oda was going to be lucrative. He was a smart cookie. He was probably the real reason why Japan was able to unify.
Okay, here's an interesting question. Raven, in the world of For Honor, do you think there are any prehistoric animals? For example, in the last chapter of the Knights, the wolves you fight are dire wolves, which are extinct in modern day.
How do we know they're dire wolves?
That's a good question.
Like, how do you know they're dire wolves?
They would be average size of a polar wolf.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong about them being dire wolves. I'm just saying, how do we know? Where'd you get that information? And the other part of that is, could there be extinct animals there? Well, they have a Jormungandr.
So I think
they have a giant goddamn snake. So who knows? There could be. Like
Watch some people ride fucking dinosaurs.
Like whole freaking dinosaurs involved here. Okay, let's see. Let's go.
Well, this one is for you.
Oh, I need to go Shugoki because he's almost rep 23. He's almost rep 23. Let's get him there, boys. Let's get the fat man there. Let's get the fat man there.
Mammoths like Scatter? Who knows? But see, what do you feel about pike and shock tactics time period in military history? I feel like it's a bit underrepresented in novels and fantasy, even though there are a lot of important events that happen.
Novels and fantasy care so much more about one-on-one fights. They want the main character to fight the big bad guy, and so what they like to do is pare it down to single one-on-one combat. Like, for example, if you watch the movie 300, you see the Spartans break formation to just go into these slow-mo, awesome kill streaks. But that isn't the way the Spartans would fight. Unless they were breaking down and had to. Usually you would just stick to formation. And I think that is important to remember. I think that real battle tactics are very, very important. Like, if there's one thing that annoys me in a lot of especially Asian war films, like the Manu Mulan movie being a good example, is they often show the troops practicing like by themselves with martial arts. They're not practicing tech. They're not practicing with weapons. They're not practicing formations. They're not practicing shield work. They're just standing apart from each other and going, hooah, aya, and then just doing punching and kicking katas. And I'm like, that's not good battlefield tactics. That's not how you want to do that. No, not a fan of that.
Ask the Boxer Rebellion how well that worked out for him.
Yeah, just screw that. None of them are saying martial arts is a bad thing to learn. Absolutely not. But tactics and battlefield, battlefield tactics and strategies are way more important than that. So.
And XXTTV Gary, streamer BTW, that's one of the most commonly asked questions. We have a video specifically for that.
Who said that?
It was I apologize. It's TV Gary.
The upset Raven.
No, I'm not upset. I'm just like,
I think that the way I pronounced the name just confused him.
I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who said that. Like they said they have a video talking about it. I'm like,
no, I'm saying we have a video talking about it. It was one of the most commonly asked questions because the question is, what nationality would you like to see represented in For Honor?
I've talked about that.
It's in the most frequently asked question. So after the stream, take a pop over that, and that should answer your question fairly well.
All right, got calmed down.
You get out of there.
Okay, here's a good question. Raven, how accurate are the For Honor minions to regular, less trained soldiers?
The samurai ones aren't that accurate.
Oof. Careful, corruption incoming.
Crap. Doesn't matter. Orochi killed me anyway.
Yeah, well.
And he's running back to A to heal. Atta bitch.
If they were really the lower tier minions, they would be using spears simply because they're cheaper and more effective.
Yeah.
And also the samurai.
Oh my god.
Yari rather than shield and sword.
Okay, should go.
So they've got a Shugoki too now. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And apparently, even though my light lands first, his heavy still got out.
Hey Raven, what's your favorite For Honor execution?
I've been asked that a lot. I don't know.
It
Hey, that would be a hard one.
Mood, honestly. If you had forced us to pick, I myself would probably go with the vampire execution for the knights. It pleases me.
I don't know what happened, bro. I tried doing you guys. I know it's not the way you tried. I don't know anything.
Yeah, run away, Retro Rain. You're scared of the big bad fat man.
Oh my god! I can't even play good against this guy.
Light me. I know you want to. Light me. There we... Yeah. Orochi is so broken.
Well, against Kaioshin, he can't really do much.
Well, at least, I'll give this Orochi credit. At least he's using heavies. Most Orochis I fight wouldn't even bother with them. They just light you to death. I'm pretty sure most Orochis don't even know what an execution is anymore.
Hey Raven, is a story with good versus evil lazy?
No! No, God, that's not lazy. Why would anyone assume that's lazy?
I think nowadays...
Thank you, Raven.
I think there's a large trend of just saying, like, no, that it has to be more complicated than that, and that's not necessarily true. Oh, right at the ledge. Oh.
What happened?
You ruined an epic moment. I hope you realize that.
Oh, I'm about to die.
You could pick a dinosaur as a battle mount. Which one would it be? Ooh, asking the tough questions here.
Triceratops.
Triceratops? True lizard man answer. I respect that.
Alright, I'm gonna go try to get some other points. Oh!
Okay, guys, I hate to say it, but I think I suck today. I hate to say it, but I think I suck today.
I got you, homie.
Just watch out for falling.
I don't know what's wrong with me today, but I'm not doing well in any match.
You're at the top of your chart.
Yeah, but that's just because I've been in zone so much.
The chart doesn't lie, at least right now.
Thank you.
Is there a particular reason the samurai and Ashigaru did away with shields? I know they had them, but at some point they went in the favor of pole arms.
You know, I'm getting sick of you, Orochi. They got rid of shields because it just became more useful to use two hands for weapons instead of one. Yeah.
Ah, fall for it.
But yeah, they just decided to put the shields on their shoulders. That's what the Sode are. That's their shield.
You'll get your hug and to arrive in the mail when it comes.
Oh, God damn it.
Now, hey Raven, which For Honor trailer do you think is best?
I don't know. I genuinely don't remember all the trailers off the top of my head.
You captured Zone A.
What the hell? Oh, you bastard!
Shigoki arrowed you.
You bastard, Goki! You can't beat me one-on-one, so you just
Oh my-
shoot me with an arrow?
Bitch! Oh, what the heck is happening to my character?
Man, that kind of makes me mad right there.
Which game?
Oh my gosh, and you just activated his 4th feat too.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, Goki just activated. Yeah. Pulling back. Lights? Come on, do another light. I dare you. Do another light. I dare you. There it is. Yep, there it is! Yes! I knew you wouldn't finish that heavy! God, you light spamming dirtbag!
Ow. Ow.
Hey Raven, if you were the new Lord fresh on the scene and had to make yourself
Yeah, let's go for the other points.
what would be the prime location to build a fortress?
And where?
I think in Heathmoor.
I don't know all the spots in Heathmoor.
But just like an ideal location, where would you try and put it?
On a mountain.
Okay, using
Mountains are the most fortifiable positions.
Mountain Mama.
I got my corruption again. Yeah, I'm gonna try to help Oreo. Oh!
There we go. Now I feel better.
Can you rant about North Korea
What?
instead?
No, I can't rant about modern political country issues.
Rocket Man might get upset.
It will
Okay.
upset YouTube. I cannot do that.
Okay, screw that fucking Shigoki. Well, we're busy. It's not a rep run. That's not a rep one playing like that. Gonna try to stall.
Good an echo there. YouTube says this is bad.
YouTube always says this is bad. And the person I just killed left.
Alright.
Give me a hug. There we go.
Oh, now he's hyper armor mode. Oh yeah, use your revenge, man.
The acoustics.
All right.
Your
We kind of ranted about High Guardian Spice and modern cartoons.
Yeah, I already ranted about High Guardian Spice, and right now I don't even want to talk about High Guardian Spice. Right now, not in a good place where that's concerned.
Yeah, not in the way you think. What
it's a personal matter. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Inflation? I'm not sure people want to hear economics.
I'm not gonna talk economics, guys. If you're wanting me to talk politics and economics on here, you're out of luck. I'm not gonna talk about that.
What's on, Raven?
Oh, real clever. How cowardly are you? You throw that down when there's only one person.
Oh my gosh, that's just dumb.
That was stupid, War Mommy. That was stupid. Now it's worn out, and now you're gonna eat it.
Oh, we got one. I'm coming, Raven.
That was your big plan? Oh my gosh, the cheapness.
Oh shit.
Oh man. Y'all, tonight has not been going well. Tonight has not been going. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's 10:20. I need to start wrapping it up.
Oh, what the?
And the Orochi is emote spamming. The Orochi is emote spamming. Okay, well, let's see. His name is Retro Rain 4. Let us see if he stays. Let us see if he stays. Because quite often people who do that are going to quit very quickly. I'm just saying. Oh, man. I'm sorry, guys, if I seem in a bad mood. This is just really making me mad right now. And I didn't even get to the next rap. Oh.
Why don't you take it into a breach since you want to wind it down?
Yeah, he left.
Yeah, I knew he would. I knew he would. Orochi quit. Oh my gosh, what a bitch.
Rant about weebs.
Why would I want to do that? The weebs aren't worth ranting about. They're not worth even considering.
That might be even worse than a rant. You are beneath me.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull out of the group and just do a breach on my own so that I can wind down, because after the breach I'm probably going to go to bed.
Have a good one, Raven.
All right, good fighting, Labaj. That was fun. I will pull us out of the group real quick.
I'm just spectating.
I can do it. Just gonna do this.
Okay.
Any good audiobook suggestions?
The Caiaphas Cain series.
Definitely a great one.
The Caiaphas Cain series is an excellent series. I highly recommend it.
Also recommend the works of Harry Turtledove if you're into alternate history. Come on, lizards invading during World War II. You can't get wackier than that.
But if I am about to do a breach, I do need something to rant about. Like, no joke.
Do you like barrels? Dang bear. Was that a reference to Turtledove?
I don't know.
No. Rant about fake martial artists.
I don't know any fake martial artists. I only follow real martial artists. That's what it comes down to.
What can you say about Spartans and could they fit in For Honor?
What can I say about Spartans and could they fit in For Honor? I don't know where you'd fit them. I guess with the Knights, but the Knights already have enough warriors as it is. Speaking of, I need to pick what I'm going as. I haven't gone PK in a while. Let's go PK. And I like the Spartans. I think the Spartans are awesome. They're kick-ass. I think they're a little overblown and romanticized, but I like them.
Alright. Oh, you can rant on OP Gary Stu protagonist or something, like Mary Sue's and such.
Well, it said Gary Stu specifically.
Yeah. It kind of falls more into the anime era.
I suppose. I think it's got to be something that's really going to get me going. Bro, can you think of anything?
I probably am more familiar with Kiri, like Gary Stu's, and you like looking at Kirito's and like other like anime protagonists that like they can seem to do no wrong, and it's very questionable and vague how they get their powers, or even if it is explained, it's still kind of bull. Like that one kid, like I'm trying to remember the name of the show. Like he goes into another world with his smartphone, and he's just given like the powers of a god for no adequately explained reason.
But to be fair, you could apply that to a lot of isekai anime.
Yeah,
I think the problem is when you think about an anime protagonist, especially in an isekai, you got to remember that their whole goal is to make this isekai character basically be an insert you. And because of that, they're going to make them flawless. Like, I'll tell you one that really pissed me off. It's that time I got reincarnated as a slime. That anime pisses me off because it had such good potential. The first season was so enjoyable. I really liked it. It was very creative. I was following it pretty well. But after season 1, I just was watching it and going, no, 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 no. There is no conflict. There's no difficulty. He solves everything almost easily without breaking a sweat. And he's starting to build this high fantasy world and make it look like our world with electricity and all that. And I'm like, no, 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 no.
I wouldn't mind that so much if like there was actually a struggle to it. Like, can you imagine someone trying to like? I've always thought like we see like people going into other worlds and all sorts of genres throughout history. Like even like Mark Twain did like a Yankee in King Arthur's court. But the thing is like if they always bring a guy to another world, but they never actually like they always just give him all the powers of that world. Why don't they? And like there's always some weird guy from like some weird Japanese student. What? Like if you need a hero to save your world, why aren't you getting like a Navy SEAL or special air service?
Well, no, it goes back to what I just said. Isekai anime are usually self-insert animes. It's basically, hey, you're a young nerdy male, right, without a lot of luck in school or with girls. Well, here's a guy who's just like you being thrust into a fantasy world that you'll probably know a whole lot about, given that you play video games all the time. This is just like what you want, isn't it? We're going to make you so super special awesome.
Yeah, it is. Doth not make us a good story, it doth not.
Orochi, I know you're just a bot. You're not that jerk from earlier. But I'm going to enjoy this.
More than we should? Absolutely.
Yes.
No, we're in the middle of Benton.
Now I feel better. I feel like I'm happier now. I feel like I'm a happier person now that I slit that Blackbriar's throat. I haven't played Blackbriar in a while, actually.
You haven't.
If I do another match before I go to bed, I will.
What's interesting that you feel better after slitting Blackbriar's throat. That is something a Blackbriar probably would say, and if he heard you say it after doing it, he'd probably go, that's fair.
That's fair. I'm glad you feel better after that.
Blackbriar's just like, oh, he has so much in common. Okay.
Actually, question on the floor, and I'll let y'all decide now before I get to that point. I've got two options who I will play before I go to bed tonight, if I do another match. Ruth or, hold on. Ruth or my Blackbriar.
Alright.
Those are the two options. Y'all decide either Ruth or the Blackbriar.
Some common anime tropes, particularly the tournament art and schooling, were inspired by Harry Potter. I think they influenced it, but I think there's stuff that influenced Harry Potter along with anime tropes. And,
Harry Potter helped add to things, but it wasn't the only thing.
Yeah. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 Blackbriar votes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rufus. So it looks like BP is winning.
I kind of figured. I think people are kind of sick of Ruth at this point.
They're sick of Ruth because one person said BP tonight, Ruth next time. So they do want to see her. They've seen her more.
Okay, Blackbriar it is.
Lord Megatron has fallen. I-Star screaming your new leader. Then you're screwed, Plague Doctor.
I guess Blackbriar's a little mad that I slit her throat earlier. I can't blame her.
Alright. Okay, if they actually came out with a good For Honor anime, would you be a happy man?
If.
To quote the Spartan King replying to Philip II, if. But yeah. I mean, you already said, like, is it good? Then yeah, of course if it's good, we're gonna like it.
Because that's the thing. If.
Personally, I love Isekai, and I would love a chance to make it for. Yeah, here's like it's a good setup, but the thing is, it's done so often and so frequently. You can almost like if you could go to Japan and pretty much make one by the numbers, and that's not the way that story writing should be done.
I made my own sort of kind of Isekai anime.
Are you talking about Submerged?
No. Submerged can kind of count.
But yours is,
I'm talking about New Epoch.
Well, New Epoch isn't so much, oh, we brought you to another world. It's we changed your world, and that's why I kind of like it. It's so fascinating.
New Epoch, actually, probably not best to start talking about New Epoch here. That might be something I
Have you talked about it as a story sharing in one of your update videos?
I don't know. I don't know if I have or not.
Well,
crap.
We'll have to check it. If not, that'll be the next
Do
one.
y'all want me to talk about New Epoch? 'Cause it's not really a rant. It's just talking about a story I made, but if y'all are okay with that, I'll talk about it. If not, I'll think of something else to lose my mind over. Because I know that's what y'all like, you degenerates. You come here to hear me lose my mind. You enjoy my suffering.
No, they don't. I, on the other hand.
Well, you're my brother. It's your job to enjoy my suffering.
Moving on, warriors! Protect the red now!
Catch. Haha. Fall.
Oh, here's one. Hey, rant about the extra credit so you haven't read videos To Kill a Mockingbird and Count of Monte Cristo, because you could do it and not make a video on them. You could at least mention your thoughts on them here.
Alright, I can do that. I can mention them here. So, the To Kill a Mockingbird one. My big issue with the To Kill a Mockingbird one, he gets it mostly right, but my issue is he keeps saying that the book is very influential and was a major point to, and it's married to the school curriculum, like every school teaches it now, because of the progressive nature of its writing for the time period. But he says because of its use of the N-word, and because of its open racism in it, it's become kind of problematic anyway, despite what it's trying to do. And I'm like, you can't have it both ways. Either it's being progressive and open, or it's being or it's being detrimental to the cause. And I'm like, you can't do both. Pick one and stick with it. You absolute jerk. I'm sorry, you don't get to do that. And that's what annoyed me about that one. But again, his explanation about all that happened wasn't bad. He did do pretty well in his summary, so I knew it wasn't worth making a video about.
Yeah. And extra credit. Stop sniffing glue and pay attention. Agreed. Did Baldwin IV wear a mask? Really? Not the kind you saw in Kingdom of Heaven. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Just all these questions. That's the one negative of streams. Everyone sends questions, and we try to answer them as quick as we can, but sometimes people start asking questions over again, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
Like, I didn't even get to the other...
Anyway, yeah, carry on with the Count of Monte Cristo.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just move on. If someone wants me to talk about it, we'll come back to it. I'm just tired.
Alright. Hey, Raven, how practical is the PK gear that you're wearing?
Probably one of the most practical, like what I'd see on a knight, other than the hood, you know, the shoulder pauldrons, the greaves, the light chest armor. The Gambison, yeah.
She is pretty, isn't she?
She's very pretty. I like my PK. I like my PK more.
Okay. This might inspire a rant. What is your least favorite anime that you still sat through and watched?
I don't remember its name. I don't want to remember its name. In fact, I'm just going to forget it existed now, thank you.
There.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to talk about it. It will actually make me cuss a storm. And I will not do that on a live stream. There's this one anime that I watched. It was so abysmally inappropriate, so disgustingly gross, so absolutely horrendously wrong. I could not stomach it, but I finished watching because I masochistically had to see if there was any goodness to it. If it ever redeemed itself, and believe me, it never did.
Indeed.
It never got better. It's called Tenjo Tenchi. It was so blatantly idiotic. Like, you know how people make jokes about Bleach and Naruto and One Piece where right in the middle of a fight, they'll break the fight for just a minute to go into a flashback for like half the episode or for the whole episode? No. Tenjo Tenchi took a break for 5 straight episodes for one flashback that could have been explained in one sentence. My brother's a douchebag. Like, legitimately, it was an affront to story writing. It introduced martial arts, real martial arts, for characters only to basically forget they existed and go into Chosen One syndrome. They introduced an actual black main character only for him to get sidelined throughout the entire series, so he never really does anything. The characters act like morons. There's fan service for the sake of fan service, and you know what? I don't mind fan service sometimes if it has a point, but in this one, it is literally to tease at lesbianism. It is literally just to tease at bisexuality and lesbianism, and it annoyed the fire out of me, because this wasn't advertised as ecchi. It was advertised as a martial arts anime, which I wanted to see how they handled the martial arts in it. And you want to know what? Even when they introduced real martial arts, they just switched back to fantasy made-up martial arts. At least Ranma 1/2 made up martial arts, but it established very clear it was a goofy anime from the start. You have people who fall into water and turn into animals or girls or whatever. You know, it's meant to be a little silly and a little goofy. I could buy the fake martial arts. Here, they're trying to tell me this shit was real. A school where the school has a foundation of martial arts principles, a foundation of ancient martial arts who, like, people who used to fight in real blood sports, and so now the school has this tradition of fighting, kind of like in Food Wars, except instead of in Food Wars, where in Food Wars they fight by cooking, they fight by cook-offs, here they fight by actual physical combat, but that's not even what it's about either. That's such a small potatoes portion. And then the main girl, the main trainer girl, who's supposed to be the big, strong one, looks like a little kid because she uses her chi. Yes, they have chi in this to make herself look young. In fact, she can do whatever the... Sorry, I'm about to cuss. She can do whatever the hell they want it to. Hell is a little bit better. She can do whatever the hell they want it to. It can make you look younger. It can make you look thin when actually you're a fat blob. It can shoot fire out of your eyes. Yeah, because she could just do that. Never mind that they open this up to be as realistic as possible. No, never mind that. Never mind that because they introduced stuff like jujitsu, judo, karate, and stuff like that. I thought, oh wow, this is gonna actually kind of like this is gonna be kind of like Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple, where it involves real martial arts and real martial arts techniques. Nope, screw that. Chi is the name of the game. You mother. Yep, I'm done. I can't go any further with that. It was actually one of the worst things I've ever watched. Most anime that I think are bad, I will watch like 3 episodes of and then quit because I can't take it anymore. This one, I was so desperate to say, please get better, please get better. I want this to be good. I want this to be another good martial arts anime. No, it never got better. It never got good. From start to frickin' finish, I just said, no, this is abysmal. This is atrocious. This is a sin. Get this off my screen. I have done my best to pretend it doesn't exist, but now you've brought it back, and now I have to acknowledge it's a thing.
Good thing you turned into Darth Raven Knight.
Good, use your aggressive feeling.
Oh yeah, yeah, you see, when you were building up how bad the show was, they thought you were talking about something else, and so half the audience is relieved that it wasn't what they were thinking, and now they're...
What did they think I was talking about?
I'm not sure I should say it.
What?
I'll give you, how do I say it? It's not a show... Oh, okay. I mean, I'm just going to whisper it in your ear so you know what it is, because I don't want to give it any free press.
Oh, that show? What? I've never even watched that show. I know it exists. I know it exists, but I've never actually watched it. No, y'all asked me what is the worst anime I've watched all the way through. That's it. And there are worse anime out there. I know there are. There are far worse anime out there. But that's the only one that I've watched from start to finish because I was desperate to find some good in it. No, you're fucking...
We've all been there, right? We've all been there.
Have we?
Yes.
I'm alone in this waste. Oh, crap.
Yeah. I've actually been there multiple times. And it's yeah, no, don't watch the other one. No, please.
No, don't watch Tenyo Tenchi. Like,
don't watch either of the ones that we were referring to.
Don't watch it just to see if I'm right, please. For your own sanity, if you appreciate martial arts and good shonen anime, don't watch it.
Watch Kenichi instead. It doesn't.
Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple is genuinely a good anime, no cap. Like, it is genuinely a good anime.
Yeah, it doesn't get everything right, but it's still a fun, entertaining show.
Oh, it's so fun. I love that one.
Your thoughts on JoJo if you've seen it?
I haven't watched enough of it to really know anything about it. It's
I
okay.
I,
I mean,
for one, love JoJo. She was a wonderful grandmother.
JoJo was the name of our grandma. Yeah. But yeah, it's. I mean, I know it's a meme tank, but that's what it is. JoJo is basically just a meme anime. It's all about give me the memes.
True story. I actually had a project for my students where they had to make a poster advertising something, and one of my kids, he drew like a very close to manga look of JoJo, and like did very good shading and coloring on, and I put that up on my wall. But
Victory for the righteous.
indeed. What's your opinion on the Passion of the Christ movie?
I liked it. It went on too long.
We're more chosen people around here.
Yeah, it was good, but it went on too long. Okay, now that I've gotten that rant out of the way,
We have fulfilled our quota for the evening.
my thoughts on the other extra credits video on the Count of Monte Cristo. He left out a lot. Now, let me be clear. The Count of Monte Cristo is a long book. You've really got to be dedicated to finish that book. No. I mean it. You have to really sit down and say, I'm going to finish this book. It's a long one. So he left out a lot, and I knew he would. You can't cover everything. But some of the stuff he left out really needed to be put in. Like, he left out a lot of the intrigue. One of the things I love about the Count of Monte Cristo is how clever the main character is in getting his revenge. It is so clever the way he does it. Right, got her going. So I really wanted to see him go into that, but he doesn't. He also, and this annoys the spit out of me, in his series, what he does is this. The setup is that the speaker, I think his name is Matt, I don't remember, but the speaker is in a coffee shop talking to some random person about the book in question, saying, so you've never read blank book. And what he does is, well, let me try to explain it to you with you as the main character. So picture this. You are, and then what happens is he takes the person he's talking to and inserts them as the main character of the book to play that role. A clever idea. But in every single episode he's done so far, all of them have been either females or one black guy in a wheelchair. All of them. And that includes the Count of Monte Cristo. The Count of Monte Cristo stars a male who was betrayed by his friends and accused of a false crime and thrown in jail, separating him from his wife and his child. Okay? He was denied a happy life because of these people who were jealous of him. And while in jail, he meets a man who helps him not only escape, but find a treasure on an island to help him become rich beyond your wildest dreams. Basically becoming Batman, okay? And he comes back under a new alias as the Count of Monte Cristo with all this money that he can do whatever he wants. And he uses his new power and position to get revenge on the people who wronged him and win back his love. It's a very, very gripping book. One of the first classical books I ever read and really enjoyed. But he makes the person he's speaking to a girl. So it is a girl, Count of Monte Cristo. And I thought to myself, so are you going to gender bend all the characters? No, because it will show, and you have a lovely wife. And it shows the girl he's speaking to as the Count holding the hands of and making hard eyes at the female wife. And I'm like, so legitimately, you've made the Count of Monte Cristo lesbian, even though it was a male in the story. Why? Why would you do this? Why not just have a male character play the role? Why would you not do that? And that's why I asked my question in the last video. Do you just have something against white males? Do you just have something against white males in your work? Because the Count of Monte Cristo is, surprise, a white male. He's French. In the time period of Napoleon Bonaparte. So yeah, that made me mad. That made me mad. But again, the video itself wasn't heinous enough to do a full-on review of. So I couldn't do it. But yeah, that's why I didn't like it. What happened to the audio on the stream?
Yeah, it's like it's there. It's like I can hear the effects, but
Very strange. Weird. The audio just
everything else is muted. It's weird.
It's weird. I don't know if it's the stream acting up or what it is. Probably a sign that we need to go ahead and get ready to start logging off in a minute.
After this, yeah. Yeah, they're saying the audio is weird on the stream too. So
yeah, something's up. I having a lot of text.
As long as I can hear us, I think we'll be able to survive.
Y'all can hear us though, right? Oh, it's back. Well, most of it.
I can only imagine how extra credits is going to butcher War and Peace when they eventually get their grubby little claws onto it. Ooh. I would not look forward to that.
But anyway, yeah. So that's why I don't like their series. I hate their Dracula one. I hated their Romeo and Juliet one. I hate their Count of Monte Cristo one. I hate all of them. They're just terrible. As an English teacher, formerly, and a lover of classical literature, it's just awful. Absolutely terrible.
Plague Doctor, please repeat your question so I know what you were specifically referring to.
What did he say?
He's saying, before you go, could you please answer the question? Oh, and I was just like, could you put it in chat again?
Yeah, put it in chat again so that we know, Plague Doctor.
Has he seen extra credits video on Orcs?
I did a whole video on that. Go watch my whole video on Orcs. My brother says it's probably the best response video I've done yet.
I really like it, particularly the opening is good. But the points you make are very solid in it, so it's a good watch, and you really don't need to watch it too. It's a good listen to as well. I am fully sure they will butcher Macbeth at some point.
If they touch Macbeth,
then you'll know how I felt when my college butchered Julius Caesar.
Oh, yeah, I remember what they did.
That's a rant for another time.
That's a rant for another day.
Plague Doctor responded, he said, what is your favorite prehistoric animal? So, ooh, that's a wide variety of options there.
Dinosaur, pick one, probably Velociraptor.
The classic.
I love raptors, man. Ever since I was a kid, I've always liked raptors.
Think of your favorite dinosaur. Don't think too long about it. Just say it. 1, 2, 3.
Velociraptor! Oh my god!
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah! Wanna go practice karate in the garage?
What do you think of the new multiplayer event? New. It's a rehashed one, but we're happy to see it.
It's not new. It's been done before. It's fine. I enjoy it fine, but I prefer doing this with you guys.
What are your thoughts on War and Peace? The book, not not the actual concept.
It's been a long time since I've read it. It's been a long time since I've read it. I can't. I would need to read it again. It's not fresh in my mind. Sorry.
Yeah. So I think the last big book you finished was James Clavell's Shogun again.
No, it wasn't James Clavell's Shogun. I finished Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky. Recently. So that is the most recent classical one I've read.
Can we get a Darth-legged lark? Can we get a rant from you?
Someday, not tonight.
Yeah, probably not tonight. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a stream or something, but not right now. As we're trying to wind down tonight, so you don't want to get me riled up.
Yeah, let's not rile him up. We're trying to wind down this.
My rants are, like Raven can attest, my rants are far less coherent. I jump around a lot.
Yeah, my brother is not quite as eloquent.
Yeah, that's why I have to stick very close to my scripts when I make videos, because otherwise I will bounce all over the place. Oh, Guy Strawkin says, thanks for sharing my vid about your 4-man anti-gank. I absolutely enjoyed making it. I'm glad you two enjoyed it. Okay.
Oh, we loved it. The problem was, I think my only problem was, people who do not know about that moment in the stream will have no idea what that's about.
But I don't care because I know what it's about, and that just
that was really.
I did not even think about dodgeball. It's like, and then I saw which was like, I know exactly where you're going, and this is going to be beautiful. And
yeah, that was hilarious.
It was spectacular. And now we're not familiar with Doom. I'm thinking about do this recent popular. I'm thinking about getting the book, but I knew it existed, but we've never really taken a look at it. Raven, do you like Kurosawa films?
I've only watched like 2 of them, but they were good, the ones that I saw. Yeah, my team doesn't even need me. They're doing all the fighting.
Ghost Sniper asks, would you fight Daubeny, or would that be an execution?
That'd be an execution. The officer stole my kill opportunity. No.
Okay, the Firebrand says New Frame Plus is the new channel of Dan, the original extra credits. He's still good. Oh, I hope so. I hope you're right there. I haven't seen his new channel. Honestly, I kind of forgot that he went off to do his own thing because I had to like look for the video where he said like, yeah, I'm leaving, because I just pulled up the extra credits video like one day and I was like, wait, that's not Dan. Raven, do you like to draw? I like drawing, but I'm awful at it, says Noise Tank.
I like drawing, but I'm terrible too. I used to draw a lot.
Yeah. Believe it or not, he used to make little comics. Speaking of Darth alter egos, what lightsaber configurations would you two prefer? Double-bladed, single-blade, or more creative ideas?
I like double blade, but I also like the cross-guard blade that Kylo Ren used. Like, Kylo Ren may not be a great character, but I liked his saber.
I like that everyone says, well, Kylo Ren was a good character. No, he's just the best one out of the...
Yeah, I love people say, Kylo Ren was a well-written character. No,
he was the only character.
He was the shiniest turd in a toilet of turds.
It's a shame, because I really like Adam Driver, but...
Adam Driver's a good actor, but, you know, you cannot save a crap script with one good actor.
As I thought Devil Dog was saying, yeah, extra credits, the original extra credits to Dan apparently, well, the current extra credits to apparently drove him off after the divide and the group widened a bit too much. Yeah, I'm glad he chose to move on, but that really sucks, because he's responsible for building extra credits. That's his baby, and the fact that the rest of his team basically sort of pushed him off because they wanted to be a piece of crap, that's rough. Lightsaber, but it's 50 feet long. It's just like a laser beam.
A 50-foot long one. Like, why would you want that?
I guess you need a lightsaber, but for starships.
I don't even get that. No, I don't buy into that.
Raven, if you're a knight and you encounter and are trained to be feared, but you encounter a T-Rex, would you still be fearless?
Depends. Do I stand up to it and fight it, or do I run away? If I stand up to it and fight it, I'm fearless. If I run away from it, I'm not fearless, am I?
Yeah, but if he runs away, you live because of that T-Rex.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, no one's fearless. Everyone has at least one fear. If you feel no fear at all, you've
had a frontal lobotomy.
Yeah.
Fear can be a good thing. It's not letting fear control you. Also, does the laser part of the lightsaber have weight? No, I think.
I doubt it. It's just light.
Plasma. It's a heated X. Be like Dominic. Alright, I need you to run away for a couple months and then take over a small county and make it your new kingdom. Get to work.
No.
Sorry guys, you said no. Lightsaber full Ectobird. Actually, if you go to Old World Blues and follow me videos, you can pretty much get a lightsaber axe.
Behold, the shinobi was a vampire.
Oh gosh, Grimlock says extra credit. So you haven't read the Bible, Raven, and now you have officially carried it too far.
If they ever do that, I know that extra credits did one thing on the Book of Job, and a large part of me desperately wants to break them in half for what they did to that. But I've held off because I know that I would get way too angry. Wait a second. Sono the Saiyan, so we meet again. Yeah, I see you playing with. I see you. I didn't realize it at first.
Would a For Honor Warden be able
Yeah, boy, I see you.
Would a For Honor Warden be able to take on a coordinated raptor assault? It depends. Are we talking like actual, like there's multiple different raptors. And so like the smaller ones probably, because as long as they're well armed enough, the larger ones probably not. Who would win, God versus Batman? First time?
God. Why do people even bring... If you're saying, okay, who would win, God or God? God, you don't be... God does not fight you. God just does.
If we're talking about the Judeo-Christian God, we're talking about, like, an omnipotent being that created literally everything. It's like, I'm gonna fight you. He could literally snap his fingers and just, you're gone. Never existed.
Like, this is not a matter of fight. God, literally, I do not say this as hyperbole, I mean this literally. God could literally say, I brought you in this world, I will take you out of it.
Did you not watch VeggieTales where they told you that God was bigger than the Boogeyman? Someone needs to go back. Some of you need to go back and watch Veggie. Yeah, Jurassic Park Raptors. Then I'm kind of inclined to lean towards the Raptors.
Oh crap! I did the long execution. One meant to do the short one. Get out of my way, minion!
Jaguar, Azathoth is asleep, so Yahweh wins.
Azathoth is asleep. So
Lovecraftian entity.
Yeah, okay. Well, Lovecraftian entities aren't real, thank you.
We're talking classic VeggieTales, you know, the good stuff. Like, you know, the bunny. I hope you know.
The bone. Ooh, I love the bone.
And of course, oh, where is my hairbrush? No, and
then of course, Larry Boy.
Larry Boy is the best superhero.
Larry Boy is the hero that needs to join the Marvel's Avengers. I will officially.
He would smite them all.
If I would become a Marvel's kid for life, if Larry Boy was
but I don't
made
want
a
Marvel
Marvel hero.
writers to touch him.
They would very much misuse that cucumber.
Oh gosh. I haven't seen Star Wars Visions. Have you?
I've watched a little bit.
What do you think?
It was okay. Very creative. Some of it was fine. Definitely very Japan. Like, you know, like, I don't know how else you could describe
Well,
it.
I mean, yeah, I guess we can give some parts of Star Wars over to Japan. America's clearly not doing anything right with it right now.
Yeah, America doesn't
Except,
know how to...
okay, Mandalorian is still good, but still.
America doesn't know how to play with its toys. And donate them to Japan.
Raven, what's your least favorite traits about how knights are portrayed in modern pop culture?
Oh, where do I start? Most knights in pop culture are portrayed as either overly pompous or arrogant, which most probably were not. Knights might have been somewhat arrogant, but they also had rules, regulations. And that's another thing. They often make it sound like knights don't have those. They make it sound like they're for lesser beings. And then, of course, there's the evil knights. Knights were evil! Knights were wrong and unjust! Get out of here with that shit. I want that mask outfit back so I can give it to my Griffin and that way have the drip as well. Need the drip back.
Need that platinum drip.
Need that platinum drip! But we're almost done for the night, guys. I'm really worn out.
Yep.
We've been going way longer than I wanted to.
I think this one's been asked a couple times. A person asked, question, did the knights ever have big, intricate ornaments on their helmets and armor like Warmommy's antlers, plumes, and feathers, little statues or monsters and stuff, etc.?
Some did.
Some did, but typically only if you were truly wealthy.
Yeah.
The Tectonic Knights, they were known to also have like sort of like winged helmets as well.
Yeah.
Not like Dobbinies, like they would be like more, like they would stick out more.
Yeah.
But there were some ornamentation on helmets. No knight was perfect, guys, exactly, and they would tell you it's right. It's good Christians, except for the ones that were Raven, how come my hug has not come in the mail? Because we shipped it through freight. Tell you what, Laura, I will send you a direct. Hey Raven, for your next milestone, you should pick Angron's lore.
Right. Warhammer 40K's made it very clear that we're not allowed to touch that.
Well, what's wrong with Angron's lore? It's me no like, me Angie.
Me no like, me Angie. Come on. You light spamming dirtbag. Yeah, I know you're a vampire. Fess up! Bow before the might of the Lord.
Computer, stop doing that.
Tiandi, you absolute piece of shit.
The very ornament armor, Devil Dog says, the very ornate armor was also namely used in tournaments where you wanted to look the best for entertainment, not so much for battlefield purposes. It depends on the knight, because some would be so boisterous that they would want to do it, just to sort of like brag and show off. But typically, when it came to actual combat, they went for more practicality.
Of course.
Dune Lore makes no sense, but makes sense at the same time. That's a perfect description for them. Very cool indeed. Oh, hey Lark, what were the Opendar? I believe it's the actual name for what we would refer to as the Berserkers. And, yeah, they were supposedly fought in a trance-like state. Some speculate due to drugs, others speculate that they just sort of hyped themselves up into the state. But yeah, I know very little about them, but I do know of them.
Of course you do.
I fight for the Lord, Bugs Bunny, probably.
Probably. Bugs Bunny would say something like that.
Ron playing Siege, me no like, me angry.
Yeah.
Yes. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Hey
Pretty much.
Raven, would ornamented armor give an intimidation buff?
It could. It really depends on the kind of armor, man.
It's the drip just flexes on everyone.
All right, well, we're about to wrap up. I've only got a few heroes to fix up, so go ahead and start reading questions, and then I'll... Although that's kind of what we've been doing all night, so just keep at it until I'm done.
Okay, boss. The wording is different, but the message is still the same. Okay. Samurai armor is mostly more ornamented than knight armor. I'm not sure.
It can be. I mean, it depends on the individual who makes the armor. Like, you're talking about in general, but we can't say in general because not all samurai crafted their armor or built it the same way.
Hey Raven, will people be upset if I make all my gods equal in power in my stories?
No. Why would they be upset?
It's you might have some people that are just that anything you do will make people upset for one reason or another.
You're always going to upset somebody. You have to recognize at some point that there's going to be at least one or two people who don't like what you give them, and you just got to accept that.
Mm-hmm. Raven, what is your favorite ice cream?
Chocolate, add strawberries.
How do you think predators would fare in the Warhammer 40k universe?
They would be decimated without hesitation.
Because predators are basically Catachan jungle fighters.
They would be annihilated in the 40k universe.
Slime Arbo would just hunt them for
sport. They would be the equivalent of alpha predators that the Imperial Guard would hunt for sport.
What do you think of a hero with a comically large spoon? You mean like a Shaolin spade?
Yeah, the Shaolin spade. Just go with that one.
Yeah, just throw that in there. Or send a Krieger with like an entrenchment tool.
Yeah, that too.
What do you think of Arthurian legends, including the Knights of the Round Table?
I think they're fun. Not very accurate, but fun.
Yeah, I love that Britain for a long time believed them to legitimately be real, and they're going, wait a minute, none of this actually happened. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Hang on a second.
This isn't right. That's not how that happened.
Honestly, I think no matter how hard you train yourself to be fearless, a single big dinosaur who's a predator is still intimidating and scary.
Oh, it's definitely going to be, but are you going to stand up to it is the question.
It depends, because, like, think about humans actually fighting against elephants. Dinosaurs would probably be along the same side. The big ones probably wouldn't be dumb. They wouldn't want to run into a line of spears. So if it's just the individual warrior, I'm backing out. But if it's a group of guys and we can form like a good spear wall, I think we got a good chance.
Of course we do. We've always got a chance.
EC better not get their hands on Arthurian legends. I think they might have already have, but...
If they have, we're all destroyed.
Oh, dear Lord, now.
You just gotta accept it.
In Warhammer, if the orcs think it will work, it will work. That's how the law field works, my friend.
All right, last two questions, and we're calling it.
Wrong answer, Godsman. There is no fear in the Emperor's light. You're not wrong.
No questions?
We're just rolling several of these are comments. Oh gosh. Is Shaolin's monkey mask effect and the Nabushi's cat ears effect the closest thing we'll get to furries and For Honor?
I refuse to answer that question on the grounds of I don't want to.
Fair enough.
Next!
Okay, so Raven, I'm starting with a Black Knight character for a story, and I was wondering, do you think it would be a good idea to have a demon within him tempting him with a release on regret?
I think you've asked me about this before, man.
Right?
I think it would be fine. Do what you want. Don't ask me to approve you. This is the thing I want to say for the record for everybody, and this will probably what I end on, unless there's a really good question. People often ask me, do you think this would be a good idea for a story? Do you think this would be a good idea for a story? Do you think... Let me be clear. I can't answer that. Because that's like saying... Because if you want my approval for a story, it's no longer your story. It's my story that I want to see. You need to ask yourself, is this something you want to read? That's the first step to telling a story. Many great movie directors and writers will say, I started with something I wanted to see. In an interview with, what was his name? It's going to escape me.
And work he's done.
He did, he was the Go Ahead, Make My Day.
Gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about now. It's probably bothering me. Let's see.
Clint Eastwood.
There we go.
Clint Eastwood said in an interview, people often say, one of the big questions that you get asked is, how do you come up with these stories? And I wonder, would I like to see it? I think I would want to see it, and therefore I assume if I want to see it, there's got to be other people who want to see it. That's the first thing you got to do. Ask yourself, is this what you want to read? Is this what you want to write? Is this what you would enjoy seeing? If your idea were made into a movie, would you want to see that movie? If the answer is yes, go for it. But by asking me, you're not asking for yourself. You're basically just saying, hey, is this a good idea? I don't know. Do you like it? Well, no. Then no. That's what it comes down to. You can ask me opinions about small, minute aspects, and I can tell you what I think. But saying, do you think it would be a good idea to make this a story? I can't answer that. I can't answer that. You've got to make that decision. I want to give y'all writing advice, but I can't tell you what to write. Okay. Any good questions I need to answer before we call it? Because I am whooped.
All right. I think the last question for, let's see. Hey, Raven, who was the best in history of the Crusading Knights, the Teutonic or Hospitaller Knights? Hospitallers, Knights of St. John. Those boys.
The Teutonics were more consistently successful, but the Hospitallers did a lot more good. The Hospitallers didn't just war and fight. They also established and protected hospitals, schools, and important sites. They weren't always successful in battle, but the things they did outside of battle was just as noble. The Teutonic Knights were far more successful in their campaigns because they were up against literal barbarians. They were up against pagan tribes more often than not, and fighting against far weaker forces than them, giving them a raw advantage. They also had the benefit of much better technology than the earlier Crusading Knights. So the Teutonic Knights would be the more successful in battle consistently. The Hospitallers, while successful some of the time, just did a lot of good in general. Anyway, I think that wraps it up. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. I know it was a weird stream. We did the first half on PC and then the second half on PS4. Did a few matches. Some of them weren't as fun, and I got a little frustrated. But most of that's because of the medication I'm on. I'm taking these pills that are supposed to help with the pain, and they make me really worn out. And when I'm tired, I'm irritable. So don't be surprised about that. But I hope y'all enjoyed it anyway. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribing really helps out the channel. Remember, the goal is by the end of January, we want to be at 20,000 subs. That's my goal. At the end of January. I don't think we'll make it, but y'all have surprised me before. Please leave a like in the video if you're watching this late. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. And I'll leave you with one final question before I go. A question that I'd like you to answer in the comments. Don't answer in chat, because I'm about to end the stream. Answer in the comment section. So my last question of the day will be, I know that you all want to see Maria the Gladiator in the next lore video, but I know that a lot of you also want to see the Shugoki Heroes in History. So who should I work on first? The Shugoki Heroes in History or the Maria Gladiator lore video? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, don't answer in chat. I'm ending the stream. I won't see it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Y'all have been awesome as usual. We may do another stream before I end up going back to work. Who knows? And I will see you in my next video.